banking is leveraging using the cash from your whole life insurance policies, right? So you buy a whole life insurance policy, and besides the death benefit, you can actually build up this tax-free savings account inside of it. I mentioned about getting your money to pay you twice. Another strategy we use within that, it's not required because we can get people financially independent without the strategy, but we want to throw a little extra fuel in the fire. It's kind of like it's the Boy Scout campfire, right? It's like, where's that little kerosene can we can spray on the fire to make it blow up a little bit more? That we use like infinite banking as an example, but not the traditional infinite banking stuff you see out there. If you haven't heard about it, infinite banking is leveraging using the cash from your whole life insurance policies, right? So you buy a whole life insurance policy, and besides the death benefit, you can actually build up this tax-free savings account inside of it. It's like a tax-free high yield savings account paying about 6% a year, tax-free right now, but it's also 100% protected from lawsuits and creditors in most states. So it's a great, safe, guaranteed place to store your money. But from an offensive standpoint, beyond the defense, which is a great defensive strategy too, for keeping my emergency fund there and things like that. From an offensive strategy, I can also use it to make money in two places at once. Because if you design them the right way, which that's one thing I had a hard time as an investor, was every time I would try to find somebody who would help me lower the cost on these policies, because that's the biggest objection you have to these things. Every time I'd say, give me the lowest cost possible, they wouldn't give me the lowest cost because they didn't want to cut their commissions that much. So eventually we finally just brought it in-house in 2017 and said, screw you, we're going to do it ourselves and do it like the best way possible, to where instead of focusing on the death benefit of these life insurance policies, we're going to try to build up this tax-free savings account as much as possible, and then leverage that money by getting a line of credit against it, whether it be from the insurance company or from a specified bank, to where we can get a lower interest rate with them. And then we borrow that money from them. And yes, we pay them back. You don't pay yourself back, as there's a lie out there that claims that you do that. You pay them back just like you would pay back a home equity line of credit. But the good news is there's no minimum monthly payment. You pay it back however, whenever you want. The deadline for paying back those loans are your death. And the reason that you don't have to pay it back monthly is because although you're borrowing at a low interest rate from them, they're also paying you interest on that money too. So literally, like in many cases, it's already washing out the interest that you're paying them, because they're paying you money on the money that you were borrowing from them. They're paying you money because your money was never pulled out. So they're still paying you compounding interest while you pay back simple interest. And the thing that's beautiful is that if you use that specifically to invest, especially in cash flowing investments, what happens is that you take the cash flow from those investments, use it to pay back towards the line of credit. All of a sudden now the interest you get charged goes down, 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 but the compounding interest goes up. You create a net profit of the interest that you earn versus what you pay, while you're also still making money in the investment. So it's not about the either or type of standpoint where so many people say, hey, throw all your money in this life insurance. No, we don't agree with that. It doesn't mean you just throw all your money in investments. It's like, no, I can actually do both and actually pick up some extra interest dollars along the way. So if I would normally make 10%, I might be able to now make about 11 or 12% net on my cash, just making it accelerate my path to freedom faster.